How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be taking a look at MULN and as well as for Polestar. We saw a lot of selling pressure inside of the markets today. This volatility has been continuing, so we want to see what these plays look like going into tomorrow. So let's start off with MULN. So we ended up closing at 67 cents, being down 4.10%. On the low, we tested 67 cents, and then on the high, testing 73 cents. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 46.839 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 75.741 million shares. So you can see that we did have below average volume, and we saw a pullback in the stock, of course. When we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can clearly see it is not looking too good whatsoever. We're trading below all of our major moving averages, which is the 50 EMA to 21 EMA, and as well as the 9 EMA. Remember when we were talking about having resistance at this 9 EMA? So for today, we did not even test it. So we ended up seeing a high at 73 cents. So if you want to see some strength in the stock going into tomorrow, it needs to break above that level and at least test the 9 EMA at 77 cents. If it is unable to do this, it will continue to sell off. Yes, we did test a low at 67 cents, but the next level you're going to want to watch closely is around 62 cents, and as well as if we break through 62 cents, then you want to see if MULN can hold up around 52 cents. So again, we want to see bulls wanting to step in at these particular levels. If they do not step in, that's where we could see MULN going down to 52-week lows. So I want to make sure you're fully aware of that. So like I said previously, if you want to see strength, get above that 9 EMA and then see if we can test the 21. The 21 is at 84 cents, and getting a break above that level, things start to look better since the 21 EMA has served as consistent resistance in the past as well. So let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information from MULN. So the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 55.09%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 40.26 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 700,000, updated 20 minutes ago, and then for the short biofuel rate, it is at 20.45%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 19th, it is at 54.30, and then for the close of the 22nd, it is at 55.09. So it did go up a little bit, and then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 15.79%, MULN does continue to have short squeeze potential. So keep a very close eye on this play. Look out for the levels that I talked about on the chart, and let's move on to Polestar. Let's take a look at Polestar. So we ended up closing at $8.35, being down 2.79%. On the low, we tested $8.19, and then on the high, testing $8.64. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 1.601 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 1.377 million shares. So we had above average volume on the day, and we saw a pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, we can see that Polestar does continue to be in a bearish trend. We see a continuation of lower lows and as well as lower highs for the past 6 trading days. And on top of that, we ended up breaking through the 52-week low, coming down to as low as $8.19. You remember what I said in my previous video that I said we can come down to $8.30, and look, we close at $8.35. So if we continue to see weakness in Polestar, it could come down to testing $8, and I want to make sure that you're aware of that. I also did mark this level in the previous video as well. If we decide to break through $8, that's where things can get very interesting, and where I can feel, you know what, bulls might want to step in and buy this thing up. Keep in mind, from what I'm seeing on TradingView, they do have earnings that is coming out on August the 31st. Now, if you want to see a turnaround, you want to see a bullish move, we ended up seeing a high at $8.64. So if we can get back above this level and then making that move to $8.89, that would be really good for the play. And then we could see if we can get to the 9 EMA, which is at $9.07. So it's clear to see that $9 is going to be a psychological area, and that's easily going to be an area that bulls are looking out for. But what we are seeing right now, it looks like this bearish trend could continue, but I would like to see a turnaround of some sort of buyers wanting to step in. But hey, let's see what tomorrow gives us. Let's move on. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for Polestar. So the off exchange short volume ratio is at 55.41%, and then for the off exchange short volume, it is at 537,642 shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 10,000, updated 21 minutes ago, and then for the short bell fee rate, it is at 152.79%. As far as for the max on the day, we got to 159.47%. So it is up there. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume, we could see for the close of the 19th, it was at 53.29. And then for the close of the 22nd, it jumped to 55.41. So that is a significant increase. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 7.84%, and then seeing the short borrow fees, it's pretty clear that Polestar does have short squeeze potential. And what it needs is more volume coming into the play, some more buying pressure. So it looks like the only way that's going to come, they do have earnings that is around the corner, and also having a strong catalyst. And as far as for MULN is concerned, you guys have seen that it is dealing with a good amount of selling pressure, trading below all of our major moving averages. So for both of these plays, if we continue to see weakness in the markets and growth stocks continue to pull back, that's exactly what you're going to see from them. You also want to remember we have Jerome Powell that's going to be speaking on Friday, and we also have GDP numbers and as well as PCE numbers that are going to be coming out through Thursday and as well as for Friday. So you want to be keeping your ears to the street. I will keep you guys inside of the know. And if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you found this helpful. And if you find a lot of value in these videos, make sure that you hit the like button. I'll be talking to you guys real soon, and let's see what these markets give us.